the name of every month is not always a big deal. Like Chodesh Iyar, like there's Rashi Tevot, Ani Hashem Rofecha. Sivan, not really. Tammuz. Elul, everyone knows. Ani ledodi vedodi li. Since it has become such a slogan, I think it's important to clarify this, and then B'ezrat Hashem will talk more about this month. Dodi, lecha dodi likrat kala. Dod et dodim, time of love. Dod is, in Lashon HaKodesh, a lover. Lecha dodi. The experience that we're in this world, that there is a world, the world is created in Chodesh Elul, 25th of Elul. And in the head of the month is included the whole month. So in a certain sense, this Rosh Chodesh has in it the whole creation. And therefore the name of the month kind of hints to you, it teaches you what's the purpose of everything. Ani ledodi vedodi li. This pasuk comes from Shir HaShirim. Shir HaShirim is not, we don't show favoritism in the Torah. We don't. One doesn't favor one book, or the Torah is the word of Hashem. Sometimes we connect to this area or to that area. It's because of It's because of the way we are. The Torah, but the Torah says things about itself. And the Torah says, "Kol Torah Kodesh." The Shir HaShirim Kodesh Kodashim. The whole Torah is Kodesh. It means Kodesh. That means that even though it's given to us, it's not that it's given to us. It's always remains in its purity, in its essence, in its unity, in its dvekut in Borei Olam. Torah Hashem Temimah. It's as complete as it always was. It's one with the Chokhmah of Hashem Barach. Ani ledodi vedodi li. Everyone knows that this month of Elul, especially in the Sephardi, in the Kabbalah, for sure, it's called Yemei Rachamim ve'Aslichot, the days of Rachamim and Slichot. This means that Borei Olam has created a whole system of Sfirot and Olamot and Partzufim and levels and revelations, all kinds of revelations. And everything behaves the way man chooses. Man's choices, they create the vessels that form the water, that form the... These are the days that Moshe Rabbeinu went up to Shamayim. We know that after Chet HaEgel, Moshe Rabbeinu decided to went up to Shamayim for 40 days. He started in Rosh Chodesh Elul. Yemei Rachamim ve'Aslichot. These are the days that Borei Olam reveals to his creation his inner, his inner motives, his inner essence, his inner midot. These are what we call the 13 midot, the Yudgim midot shel Rachamim, that Moshe, through getting to know Hashem, he finally got to know that this is his essence, and he was able to finally call him by his name and reveal from that deep place, to reveal blessing and shefa and forgiveness for Am Yisrael. So Moshe Rabbeinu goes up to Borei Olam in these 40 days. These 40 days are Elul. That's why it's interesting. It says in the Torah, Lechem lo achalti, umayim lo shatiti. 1 second, guys. I just have this too much noise here. Cake. Can you please close the door? Thank you. Moshe Rabbeinu says that when I went up to Shamayim to receive the Luchot, Lechem lo achalti umayim lo shatiti. Lechem lo achalti umayim is also Rosh Tevot Elul. So this month, what does it mean that every month? What does it mean that there's differences in months? Well, Hashem is one. What does it mean? That Borei Olam reveals himself to his creation through the Sfirot, through the same way a person. If you think of yourself, you are one, but you could reveal yourself through speech, through action, through creativity. There are millions of ways of how you express yourself. From the outside, it looks like separate actions. To one person, you're cruel. To the other person, you could be kind. You could break one day and then fix the other day. But it's all from you. You're all one. Same way, Borei Olam, L'Avdil, it's all one. It's just he reveals himself through these revelations. So the Yud Midot Shel Rachamim are a very inner, very deep place, the chesed of Hashem, that he wants to create the world, that no matter what his vision, kiviyachol, everything will be, it's going to happen, for sure. So when a person goes through life and they don't do what they should do, they forgot who they are. The Rambam writes in Shofar, Uru yeshanim mitardematchem, what's Shofar? Wake up, sleeping people, from your sleep, from your comfort, from your dreams. Elo hashogim et hevlehem behevlei hazman, people that spend their time, their life, their energy, their focus on vanity and nothing, and physicality, and things that are here today and gone tomorrow. Things that won't help you when you need them. Look at what's going on. Remember, you have a creator. You have a... Wake up. That's the shofar. Elul is also very, very famous Rashi Tevot that Rizal brings down. It says, Legabe ir miklat, everyone knows that if a person, chas v'shalom, murders someone by mistake, so they're not guilty of murder, they don't deserve the penalty of death. But however, they go to ir miklat, they must go to a city of refuge and stay there for a while till the Kohen Gadol passes away, and then they could leave. This pasuk that says, "V'asher lo tzada, ve'Elohim ina le'ado, v'samti lecha makom asher enu shama." Also in that pasuk is the Rashi Tevot Elul. That means that Elul is a ir miklat. Ir miklat is a deep concept. If we think about this not just as a city, it means that a person that chas v'shalom, his life, his decisions are so run down, are so negative, that by mistake he killed someone. It's not stam that a person kills someone. So we send them to the cities of the Kohanim. In the cities of the Kohanim, this person, if we look a little deeper into this concept of Ir Miklat, it's interesting. We don't find this in any other mitzvah. In other mitzvot, if you do them or you don't do them. Over here, there's a mitzvah that if you do this by mistake, then you go to a different city. What does one have to do with the other? Obviously, the discomfort of galut. And what does the Kohen Gadol have to do with anything? There's reasons Al Pi Pshat. Also, he should have davened, the Gemara says. Ela, the deeper in Chassidut, the Shem Shmuel, the Sachat Shavu Rebbe teaches us. that every sin, when a person does tshuva, they do tshuva. But in this sin, if a person chas v'shalom kills someone, so even though he does tshuva, he killed someone. He took away life from this world. He lessened the life. He lessened the neshama in this world. So the Kohanim are people that are involved in bringing more light and enhancing the neshamot and bringing light into the neshamot and into the world and knowledge and wisdom and blessing. That's the life of a Kohen. Forgiveness and making peace between the nation and Borei Olam, between man and wife, bringing peace, bringing forgiveness, korbanot, tefillah. They're like overflowed with life. When this person goes over there, the influence of the Kohanim affects him in such a way that restores him, that brings him back to where he should be. This energy, kiviyachol, this feeling, this kedusha exists in Arei Miklat. HaKadosh Baruch Hu told Moshe, when he come to Eretz Yisrael, to make Arei Miklat, this is a must, that is the Eretz Yisrael and Chutz La'aretz have to have these cities. We know that everything that exists geographically also exists in time. Everything works in three. Olam, Shana, Nefesh. Everything that exists in the Olam, in the world, also exists in the time, right? It also exists in the Nefesh. Everything is made the same. In time, a person that lived a life that he shouldn't live, he didn't make the right decisions. Maybe he didn't kill someone by mistake, but maybe he killed himself by mistake. Maybe he didn't develop it. Maybe a person that doesn't use his potential, that doesn't shine, that doesn't bring out and actualize who he is, isn't that death? So it's by mistake, but it's death. If they're onto Ir Miklat, what's Ir Miklat? Place that's overflowing with mercy, that's overflowing with wisdom, that's overflowing with compassion, with goodness, with rachamim, with the given midot shel rachamim. That's Chodesh Elul. Borei Olam made a month, a 30-day period. Then this 30 days, this time serves as a Ir Miklat, as a time of refuge, it's a city of refuge. Run into it, escape into it. It will protect you. Go into the understanding of the rachamim of Borei Olam. That there's slicha, that there's good, that he's good. Escape into that. Hide in him. Baal Shem Tov writes in his letters, I have to read it to you from inside. At the end of the second letter, he writes these words. That when wherever a person thinks, that's where he connects, that's where he draws from, that's where he's connected from. If he thinks chas v'shalom in din, all kinds of judgment, whether on him or on others, or then he's connected to din chas v'shalom. When a person trusts the chesed, sham yidbak nishmato, v'chesed esovevenu. And when a person trusts in the chesed, when a person says, people suffer from paranoias, from all kinds of anxieties, from the fantasies, from all kinds of fears. When a person tells himself there's only one creator, everything he's creating, there's nothing else, and he's good. He's good. V'chesed esovevenu. The goodness it's true, he's good. And you'll see it. It's gonna manifest in you. V'tamid yatmin et atzmo kulo b'Hashem yitaleh. One should yatmin means it's like you dig yourself in the ground, like you cover yourself in sand. Totally cover yourself. Imagine like when you're in the water and you're totally scuba diving, you're totally surrounded by water. That's how you should feel, that the Borei Olam, the goodness and the love and the light is just You're in it, you're engulfed in it, you're in it. That's Ir Miklat. That's a place that I could run into. You know, a regular day is called a Yom. Yom Rishon, Yom Shani, Yom Shlishi. A Yom Tov is called a Yom Tov. Why is the Yom Tov? What makes the Tov a Yom Tov? Tov means Hashem. Hashem. Borei Olam, Odu Adonai Ki Tov. Yom Tov is a day, is a Yom. That there's more revelation in it. A Yom Tov that we do is a day that Borei Olam revealed himself more in creation, showed his love to his kids, revealed himself from the hiding, from the normal, natural will that he wants to run the world. Pesach, Shavuot, Sukkot, Chanukah, Purim. Yom Tov, it's a day that is Tov. These days of Elul is Yom Tov. It's days that Borei Olam is revealing in the worlds his love, his rachamim, his miracles, everyone knows the famous mashal of the Baal Tanya, Melech Basadeh, that the king normally, is sitting where he's sitting, and to reach him is a whole procedure. But there's 1 month that the king goes into the country to see really what's happening. And in that month, he's available, he's accessible. Melech Basadeh, the king is in the field. This is not a Yom Tov that we do like Pesach, that we all stop working and go to Beit Knesset and change the tefillot and change our clothes and focus and align ourselves to remember the light of Hashem more and rejoice with Him. This is a different Yom Tov. This is a whole month. It's a month of individuals where an individual could run to Hashem, could run into Him, could dive into Him, to run it like a baby. We're so big, we're so macho, we have plans. David HaMelech, you know what he said? He says, I would sit and meditate. Shiviti, v'domamti nafshi. I would kagamul alei imo, like an infant sitting, nursing from his mother. That's what we are. Run. Take time in this month for yourself. I speak to people. Corona slowed the world and it's going faster or slower. I don't know what's going on. Oh Hashem knows, and He's running the world beautifully as He always did. Nothing's changed. It's all good. Always was good. Always will be good. But people became busy again. Speaking to my friends in America, they're busy. I haven't heard the word busy in a couple of months. We're so busy. People are so busy with things that are the source of their pain. People are busy chasing lifestyles that cause them pain and suffering and agony and stress and shorten their lives and cause them diseases and mental illnesses. And they're not happy with it. But people think, what's the alternative? You can't stop the race. It's not true. There's a city of refuge. There's a special city. Ir Miklat. If your life is spun out of proportion, you're finding yourself killing people or doing, whether it's yourself, your time, your life, if you're killing your minutes, if you're killing your essence, if you're killing your potential. Where do you run? There's places to go. There's places to be recharged. There's special places that are overflowing with infinite amount of energy that even you, the cities of Kohanim, there's places that there's the whole city is priests. It's holy people that are involved in thinking and about the public and refining them and bringing peace and beauty to them. There's people that are beaming with infinite energy. Today, Elul, the month of Elul. The month of Elul. It's a month that could contain a person. Elul, I also heard this Rosh Tevot from a rabbi in New York, a very sweet rabbi. What's his name? I forgot. Hashem should bless him with Arichut Yamim V'Shanim. Rabbi Spiegel. He said, if Elul is Rosh Tevot, אפשר לעמוד ולהתקיים לפניך. Comes from, he said it from someone, I don't remember from who. He's saying, Asher Yatzar, that if Chas v'Shalom, one small thing is closed or open, as we know today in medicine, clearly, the being can't exist even 1 minute. We thank the Borei Olam for keeping our bodies in perfect check. There's millions of systems that anything goes wrong, the whole thing collapses. Millions of systems that are all codependent and unbelievable. So we say, אי אפשר להתקיים על עמוד לפניך. But Elul is ראשי תיבות אפשר לעמוד ולהתקיים לפניך. That means that Elul, the kedusha, the love that the Borei Olam shines more than the rest of the year. And this whole month, it's not one day, it's the Yom Tov, these 30 days of Tov, where the Borei Olam is ready to reveal to the world the 30 midot of Rachamim, to give them, to clean. That's what we run to. אפשר לעמוד ולהתקיים לפניך. That gives us the ability that no, that I could be successful. I could win. I will win. A person has to know, anyone that's real, that if they are fighting, if they are running to Hashem, doesn't make a difference what they're doing and how they keep on falling and if they don't stop, if they never give up, if they run and run and run and never give up, no matter how bad they think they're doing, but they're still running, they're winning. They're winning. Because that's to run to him, to run to him, to run to the Ir Miklat, to run to him, to run to his Rachamim. All year a person has to do this, but this month, the days of Elul, the Chidusharim writes, the days themselves scream for tshuva. The days are calling you. It's days that are infused. The Borei Olam is saying, this is the love, the primal love, the month of creation. You know how much love is in creation? You know, a person does create something, a concept of this. Forget about the financial benefits, if you could. The love, that they created something. Imagine, no, we don't create anything. All we do is put shape to something, connect this with this. We don't create, no human being create anything. Imagine the Borei Olam, he creates everything. The love. The love. One second, I had a piece of paper here. Now, let's bring it down a little bit. Pashtus, simple, at the month of Elul, the Avodah is tshuva. Let's talk a little bit about tshuva in a practical way. Tshuva, returning. Why is it called returning? Person grew up in Nebraska, till age 45, they didn't even know they were Jewish. One day they met someone, a Chabad dude. He said, "Oh, you're Jewish?" "No, I'm not Jewish. My mom is Jewish." "So you're Jewish?" Put tefillin on him. Boom, the Lubavitch guy moved on. This guy changed his life. What is he returning to? To be becoming, evolving, finding, refinding. Tshuva. Tshuva has 3 simple steps. Charata, the first one, which means regret. This is in the heart, this is in the emotions. A person notices that his way of life, his behavior, his actions, his speech, whatever it is, whether it's a single action or a lifestyle, is not according to the truth and the beauty that the creator of the world wants. It hurts him, pains him, disappoints him. When a person does averot, when a person doesn't do what's right, we all know the horrible feeling. When humanity is busy trying to escape it, and it's there. Regret. Person has charata. What do we do with that regret? We don't leave it in our heart. We take it to our mouth. Vidui, verbal confession. We sit down, we shut our cell phones, we sit somewhere in privacy. We tell Hashem, Borei Olam, creator of the world, you see me, you hear me, I know you create me. You gave me free will, put me in this world, and I didn't listen to you, or I didn't know, and I did like this, and like this, and like this, and I regret it. I recognize today that this is not the way to live, this is not the way to make decisions. And it's very important. The verbal confession is very important. The letters that come out of your mouth, the words that come out of your mouth, the physical words, they go up in Shemaim, and those letters restore the letters that the one broke when they did Avirah. Because when a person breaks the ways of the Torah, then the letters of the Torah break, Kivyachol. Then his words, they restore. And if the person does this, then the third step is to not return to those behaviors again, to give yourself distances from whether it's people or places or whatever it is that causes you to fall into this negative place that you don't want to be in. And then what happens is something very interesting, is that you return to yourself. That means that you're decided to fight and stay loyal to yourself and not fall into external behaviors that you yourself don't want. That means the enemy within us, when we forget who we are, we end up falling for all kinds of low behavior, selfish and negative. But when we, in a moment of clarity, as they say, when we remember who we are and what makes us feel right and good, there's a certain point of truth that's indestructible in us, a certain, like they have in the compass. There's always that magnetic, wherever it is, it's true. And when a person makes a decision to be loyal to that truth that's real to him, first of all, the feeling is beautiful. It's whole, it's great. And that's tshuva. That's returning. You're just returning to do things the way they should be, the way you always knew they should be. Rav Kook writes that the reason that many people don't do tshuva is because they think tshuva is complicated. Maybe you heard that tshuva is this. Of course, there's levels in tshuva, and there's, sometimes a person could open up a book and see something that's totally not on their league, that if a person does this, they have to fast 150 fasts, and no, come on. Then tshuva is not, tshuva is easy, and tshuva is natural, and tshuva is good. When a person does tshuva, they feel that they're returning to their own values. The worst feeling that we feel is when we feel that we're lying to ourselves, when we're cheating on ourselves. We don't have to. And even if a person is, we're realistic. It's not easy to change. We don't want habits that people have for 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 years, or things that they don't want to approach. Is ir miklat. The things that we don't have the power for. There's places that have extra power, that give. There's times. Elul is that time to run to Borei Olam, to run to that love of the month of creation, the month of God. God means Zera God. God is the Mamash, the essence of creation. Dag, fish. Okay, we'll do one shofar now for you guys. And then maybe some questions, we'll see. But it's everything is Ashgacha Pratit because I've been looking, Yeshua knows me, everyone that knows me knows, I've been looking, I always look for shofarot. That's my, a better one, a stronger one. And today, Mamash today, Kadosh Baruch Hu sent me this one. I don't know if you could see it. It's a big one. I don't know if it fits in the screen even. No, you got it. Right. I'll do it out the window so I don't wake up the house. But I'll take you guys outside to my porch. We'll do one shofar there. I don't want to wake up my kids. Momentito. Oh, wow. Yeah. One second, I'm just in the middle of class. I'm almost done with shir and then we'll talk. Ellie, wait here 1 minute. Okay, my friends, that's all for today. If anyone has any questions or anything that they about Elul, please feel free.
Beautiful. Chasako Baruch Rav. Thank you so much. One question.
Thank you, Yeshua.
Can you explain the level of Teshuvah that the Balatanya explains as the highest from love?
In Tshuva, we call that there's two levels. The general Tshuva, there's Yir'ah and Ahava. Tshuva mi'ir'ah means that Yir'ah is a general midah that a person should have, that they should have respect and memory that there's a Borei Olam, that there's a creator to the world, and they should behave in accordance. Remember that he's looking at them. That's a feeling of like being in front of a big king or someone there's a feeling of respect, and it's not fear, but there's that feeling. Ahava is a different feeling. The feeling of ahava is a feeling of becoming, of unifying, of love, like a feeling of a tremendous love between a parent and a child, or any real feeling of love, of closeness. Both these emotions are both tremendous amount of influence our behavior and our speech tremendously. And they're both necessary in the life of a Jew. Both these emotions are very, very necessary. As a matter of fact, the Torah, as the 613 mitzvot, but the first two, the Aseret HaDibrot, Anochi Velo Yelecha, those two we heard from Hashem. The rest we heard from Moshe. And those two, the Zohar Kadosh speaks many times, that are Yir'ah and Ahava. Those two are the root of the whole mitzvot and the whole Torah, because the wings, the whole energy of a person becoming God and becoming one and becoming infinite through doing the mitzvot is not, it's true, but the feeling that he should have is these two balance of always remembering the Borei Olam and having that heavy and respect and fear, and at the same time, tremendous happiness that he chose us, that we're his kids, that we're getting close to him, that we're giving him tremendous pleasure, that we're doing his mitzvot, that we're fulfilling kivyachol, the purpose of creation. These two energies are very, very important. If a person loses one or the other, if they have too much fear, then they're missing the point, because you're dealing with a loving creator. If you have too much love and you're forgetting the fear, you have to have some humility and realize that this creator has a system and a way, and you can't have ego and think that you're, just because there's love, you're better than him. So these are two general Yira and Ava. There's much, 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 much to talk about them. These two emotions, when they go into a person that's not doing the right thing, spark in him thoughts of tshuva. A person is not behaving the right way, and suddenly remember, wow, there's a creator to the world. There's judgment day. Are my actions make a difference? There's punishments. There's a creator that sees me. There's embarrassment. There's neshamot. All kinds of these types of thoughts could inspire change in him. And those, right? That's called tshuva mira. That's tshuva. That's a feeling of returning, that a person will now change his ways and do everything right, inspired from the emotion of fear, from the ira that he sensed. There's another way that a person could feel a tremendous ahava. That means that they could suddenly start realizing that, wow, there's a creator to the world. He's creating everything. He's creating all the love, all the beauty, he's the source of everything. And you see his beauty and you feel that he's giving you life and love, and you fall in love with him more and understand him more. And then you start feeling embarrassed of the way you're behaving, and you start changing the way you behave to be true to the one that you love. Like I said, always these two are going to be necessary, because the love alone will eventually bring not care about the details, and just the fear alone will bring a person to darkness, sadness, which are both extremes. That we need these two wings. So tshuva could be inspired from both. So a person that does tshuva from love, and obviously in this is many, 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 many levels. That means that they study how do I get to tshuva me'ava? Because the more I study about what the Borei Olam is, who is he, what is he, what's his essence, what's his love, what's his vision, kivyachol, what's his midot, the more I get to know him, the more I love him, the more my tshuva is deep. That's a very, very high way of doing tshuva. It's not just tshuva that I'm I don't want to be, which is very good also. To be scared of punishment is very good tshuva. A person is doing tshuva because he's scared to be punished. It's fantastic. It's not the highest level, but it's a very amazing level. A higher level is just to do it because you realize there's a creator, there's a bigger good, whatever it is. But a person that merits to learn the depths of the Torah and to discover the beauty and essence of what the Borei Olam is, this love transforms all the experiences that he ever had. And even if he had negative experiences, he'll derive good from them, and he'll reverse them, and he'll study the opposite from them, and he'll use everything to get close, because love is a one feeling of, it's echad. That's, in a certain sense, I believe that's the main reason also that Arizal told Baalei Tshuva to learn Zohar. Zohar is full of love. Full of love. It's the light of Hashem. It's the love of Hashem. Because a person that found himself not doing the right thing, again, he has to run to Ir Miklat. He has to run. The Zohar is also Ir Miklat. The Zohar is a book that you could run into. You could dive into the Zohar. There's no other book that you could totally engulf yourself in the Zohar for your whole life, for millions of years. It's full of love and inspiration and beauty. And when a person gets to know Hashem, then all the negative and dark and selfish, all the mistakes, everything that ever happened to him becomes reversed into good, into beauty. And that's That's tshuva through ahava, not ahava of pnimiyut, of getting to know the love of how much Hashem loves. Ani ledodi v'dodi li on the highest level. Yeah.
Thank you. Beautiful. Beautiful.
Okay, my friends, Chodesh Tov, Besorot Tovot. May we, Hashem can make it, that we could be Rosh Hashanah together in Yerushalayim. Am Yisrael in Yerushalayim. And the Geula Shlema b'mera b'yamenu.
Chodesh Tov. Thank you so much.
Chodesh Tov, Yeshua.
Chodesh Tov. Thank you, Rav.
Oh, yeah, Yitzchak.